Drone racing. So I woke up this morning. Raceflight posted a picture of my new frame. I call it the skinny kid. It's not very skinny, but skinnier than some, I would say. Anyways, so I wake up a message Bob has posted, and he says, Bob Roogi, designer of the Hyperlight series, are you freaking kidding me? People say they like the Hyperlight frames the most, so you straight up copy me instead, not consulting me. Seriously disgraceful. You didn't even copy it right. Pathetic. Wow. All right. So the question is, when is a frame, I guess, a copy of another frame? And I'm going to take you back a little bit here to Sky Hero days. The Sky Hero OB1, this was one of the first production long frames on the market. I'd like to think I made this frame famous, or at least the long frame famous. So this was the first one. We prototyped it in Dubai. We loved it. I think our Dubai quad was a long frame, and I've been on long frames ever since. I think everybody knows this by now. So shortly after we released the OB1, the Hyperlight comes out. The Hyperlight, which Bob said is the most loved frame ever. Now I will show you Sky Hero arms on top of Hyperlight arms. So if you can see here, I don't know if you can see that these are the exact dimensions. Exact. So you're gonna throw around words like copy Bob. I'd be careful about who you're saying is copying who. But the question is when is a copy a copy? So it has the same dimensions, but his arms are in a different shape. The Sky Hero here, we have a longer front and a shorter back, so it's been changed a little bit, even though the geometry is very similar. And I do think his is overall longer, which is another thing it changed, but it's still a long frame, which I had first. So let's fast forward to the future here, where this is the frame that's now being called a copy of a floss. This is my frame. I guess you can see that it's similar to a floss. Here's a floss frame. They have similar, I mean, yeah, I have 4 arms and a bottom plate and a top plate. And so in the world of copy, if you're going to say that you can't copy this, what exactly is a copy? My geometry is not the same. My arms aren't the same. They're not the same thickness. My top plate's not the same. There's about as much the same in this to this as there is my Sky Hero OB1 to the Hyperlight. So, but he kind of says it itself in the reply here. He says, straight up copy me, and then he says you didn't even copy it right. Yeah, you're right. Let me tell you about what's not a copy on my frame. One, this is for Raceflight. We like a ultra clean stack, so our stack is not attached to the arms in any way. If you don't make the stack structural, you're going to get a better vibration profile. This uses 4 instead of 3. For better spacing, I can put my antenna in the back, I can put my caps in the back. It's heavier. This is not a light setup. Now the floss is I think 60 grams or something. We were at 66 with our lightest version and probably 75 with the heavy version. They're not in the same, you know, I'm 10% more heavier than the frame. And we have these 36 gram Raceflight motors, which do not go on Raceflight arms. They will break those so fast. But this thing, and I've set some UTT records with this already, is fast. And it has been pile drive into the ground time and time again. This is the original set of arms on it. So I guess the question is, tell me what a copy, when a copy is a copy. Because if you ask me, every long frame is a copy of a Sky Hero OB1. But I don't take that. I don't think it's a copy. I think it's a compliment. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome to watch the industry grow. And we make new things. We take an old design, we update it. We say, how can I apply this and make it better? Yeah, sure. It's similar. Yeah, you bet it's similar. But it's not a copy. So let me know what your thoughts are. And don't forget to reverse your props.